day, students and visitors walk in and out of the doors of Millet and Zeringue Hall. Although their pictures are posted in the lobby area of their respective buildings, no one seems to give them a thought. With smiles so bright, they make you want to get to know the people behind the names. Behind me is an empty field of green grass, where 60 years ago, two prominent residential halls stood. The two buildings were built in a style similar to Babington's North and South formation. Now, while the buildings themselves were interesting, the story behind the two men honored was covered in sadness. The construction of these two halls began in 1963 under President Charles C. Elkins. The naming of the buildings was authorized in 1964 at the request of President Vernon F. Galliano. The first male dormitory was named after Marvin J. Zeringue, a 1953 graduate of Thibodeau College and a 1955 graduate of Nichols Junior College. The next edition, added a year later, was named after Richard J. Millet, a 1957 Nichols Junior College graduate. Both Millet and Zeringue were married with families and were called to serve their country on October 1st, 1961. Both men were a part of the Atlantic Fleet Air Anti-Submarine Squadron 821 during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Unfortunately, both men died in a plane crash just outside of Jacksonville, Florida, a little over a month later. Zeringue was piloting the aircraft and Millet was a member of the crew. It is a sad coincidence that two men who lived in the same area, went to the same school, and served in the same branch of military would eventually die on the same day. Today, Millet and Zeringue Halls have a new location on Nichols campus after the old buildings were torn down. The new buildings opened their doors in fall 2009, with Zeringue Hall near Bowie Road and Millet Hall beside the tennis courts. So next time you pass the ever-smiling paintings of these two brave men or any of the other portraits on campus, take a few minutes out of your time and read their engraved bios. You never know what you might learn.